One Piece chapter 1014 is finally out, and it's not looking good for the Straw Hats right now at all, especially for Luffy. But hey, maybe he'll end up falling in the ocean and hitting a giant subscribe button. And if he does, then he'll gain access to anime and manga content on my channel. Honestly, you should try it. Maybe not falling into the ocean, but hitting a giant subscribe button. So cheap subscribe joke aside, this chapter opens up with the man, the myth, the legend himself, KAIDO, saying that Luffy can cover himself with Conqueror's Haki, but he still can't use it well enough, which we've all we gathered that at this point. But this situation reminds me a lot of when Frieza got his golden form and he rushed to fight Goku and Vegeta and got his ass whooped like for an hour. Oh wait, no, that was with Broly. I'm getting my Dragon Ball confused. But except this time, it's way worse because Luffy just learned this ability mid-fight and now he's falling into the sea. So of course, being the jerk that we know Kaido to be, he sits there and mocks Luffy and says, "Gum gum air what? Like, what was you really trying to do with that?" Like, so we can come to terms, we could kind of put together the pieces like, okay, Luffy was about to do a final attack on him and Kaido said, "Nope, no you're not. No, you're not." But then Kaido says something that's gonna have all of us One Piece theorists up at night. Kaido says, "So you too were unable to become Joy Boy," which is huge because it confirms that Joy Boy is an actual title and it's not just some stupid reincarnation gimmick. I kid you not, YouTubers are going to literally be arguing and giving whole type disorientations on their Twitters and everything just on that line particularly. Just watch. Kaido orders one of his subordinates to make an announcement to everyone on the island, which I wonder what that could be. Then we cut over to Yamato, who's running and fighting Kaido's men for like the 50th time in a row. Like, honestly, I love these story beats where the character just, you cut over for them and they're doing the exact same thing that they've been doing. Like, she hasn't moved, she hasn't gone anywhere. Then we cut over to Momo, who's talking to Shinobu, saying that it seems like he shouldn't die. But that's quickly cut off by a voice that gives Momo a headache, which could only mean the voice of all things. After that, we cut to the live floor where Chopper is literally pulling out all the stocks against Queen. But of course it's Chopper, so this is way above his pay grade. Queen is literally unfazed, and over here we have Chopper doing the most, going into Monster Point, everything, and nothing is working. Chopper realizes that he doesn't have that much time left in this Monster Point form, and that triggers a flashback to when he was on the ship with Caesar, and Caesar saw his rumble balls and started making fun of them. He basically said, "Yo, these shits can only last 3 minutes, but if you employ my formula, I can get you lasting for 30, if you know what I'm saying." That, of course, is going to come with a price. So right now, I'm calling it. Chopper is going to lose his mind for 30 minutes straight, and the fan base is going to love it. He's going to go back to crazy Monster Point form, but it's going to be 30 minutes, and he's going to fight Kaido. So then, Kaido's subordinate that we've all been waiting for has finally made the announcement. And basically, she says, "Yo, Straw Hat Luffy has been defeated, and if you guys surrender, we will allow you guys into the fold. Don't worry, like, you guys, your sins are clean, just come on over." And can I just tell you, none of the Straw Hats believe that. I mean, literally, like, Zoro and Sanji have a moment together, and they're both just yelling, screw that. Like, that's not happening. I mean, to be frank, if there's anything that the Straw Hats were ready for, it was probably that. So, you know the Straw Hats are not going to just be... We know, it's like they haven't watched, they haven't read the chapters. Clearly, they have not been hip to One Piece for the 1,000 chapters that we have, because they should know, like, that is this sort of intimidation tactic. Even if they would have came with Luffy's head, they would have still been, the Straw Hats would have still been fine. So then we cut on back to Momonosuke, who's freaking out and he's hearing the voices in his head, and Kinemon is holding him and he's like, "Yo, you guys have to tell everybody that," and it trails off. And then Odin comes back to life for the 15th time in a row. Like, wow, he's back again. No, he's not. Who was it last time? It's probably the same guy. So then Kiku runs at him. He's like, "Yo, like, relax, guys. that's not him." But as she's running toward him, Kanjuro literally emotionally manipulates her. He's like, "You can't be serious. I took you and Aizo in. I took both of you guys in, remember?" With his face on, and that causes her to hesitate for 1 second, and boom. Kanjuro stabs her right in the chest. effectively making another donut out of this series. And then Kinemon runs in and saves her. Well, not really saves her. I mean, there's a hole in her chest. There's not really much you can do, but he grabs her and he ends up getting the best get back we've probably seen in the entire series, where he slices Kanjuro in half, and hopefully that puts an end to him. Like, I hope this is it for Kanjuro, but again, this is One Piece, so they both might still be alive. Like, honestly, there's a good chance that they're both still alive at the end of this. Oh, and might I add, that scene where he slices him, probably the best panel in this entire chapter. If we're handing it down to any panel, that's it. That's the best one. And then out of nowhere, in comes Kaido, who is about to attack Momonosuke, and it's getting crazy, guys. It's getting crazy. So Kinemon blocks it, and then we basically see Momonosuke call Kinemon's name almost as if Kinemon like died just now. So I'm not sure if Kinemon's dead too. Like, that'd be 3 deaths in one chapter. And we see that Onigashima is almost at the mainland of Wano. Like, it's literally looming right over it. It's right there. We're watching it. I'm calling it right now. Next chapter is going to be the end of Act 3. Like, this is the tragedy. This is it. The Kinemon dying in this next chapter. If that's what's gonna happen, that's a tragedy, and that's it. That's my prediction. This is the tragedy, and it looks bad. We're down bad right now. If there was any point where we could put a tragedy, it would be right now. Guys, for me, this chapter was a 9.5 out of 10. Like, there's not much more that you can ask for from a One Piece chapter than this. But please let me know down below what you guys thought on the chapter and what you would rate it. Until next time though, be sure to subscribe for more donut videos uploaded right into your feed, or One Piece videos. I mean, but how could the show be called One Piece and there's so many donuts? Alright, I gotta go. Bye.